I bought a bunch of the craziest, weirdest looking Lego minifigures, and today I'm going to be using their minifig parts to build the most cursed looking Lego figures that you've ever seen. I tried this challenge a while back, but what I made then doesn't even compare to what's in this video, so let's run it. The first minifig I built up is this guy, a pirate plus snowman plus Jedi abomination. I melted off Olaf the snowman's head and then replaced it with a pirate head and hat to turn him into a swashbuckling Jedi. And rumor has it he was the Jedi that trained Master Yoda. He looks worthy. Here's him on a ship, and here are some other crazy curse figures I designed with the snowman's body. We got Iron Snowman, Patrick the Snowman, Mr. Beast the Snowman, and Dwayne Johnson if you lived in Antarctica. It's about drive, it's about power, I chuck protein in the shower. Ever wonder what Spider-Man looks like once he's retired? Done fighting crime, his dog jumps out the window, gets dumped, best friend dies trying to kill him, Doctor Strange leaves him on red. Well, this is what he looks like. He's rocking some pajamas, the same Spider-Man suit that is now too tight for him to remove. He's had it on for 40 years. He also has 2 bottles of apple juice and a head that makes him look 20 times his age. This is the actual reason why they only make 3 Spider-Man movies before ditching the character, because he turns out like this. Also, ripping this guy's head off produces literally the most satisfying sound ever. Okay, next, I grabbed Dr. Eggman, decapitated his head, slightly modified his neck, and turned him into a clown. This guy's the definition of a cursed mutant menace. If you're scared of clowns like this, imagine this big blob of fear trespassing your sleep. He's got posable boxing hands, call him Jake Paul. He's double the height of a normal Lego figure with 2 poles for legs that can be used to do the splits, the reverse splits, and he has Krusty the Clown's head from The Simpsons. He just bodied Thanos, scared away Thor, and scarred your mind forever. Okay, next we have a 2-in-1. 2 nightmarish looking children. No, you're not looking at you and your brother. They are literally 2 scary custom cursed kids. The first child uses Maggie's body from The Simpsons, and then this Muppet's head that I threw on to make him look like the lead role in a horror movie. R-rated Elmo looks like a zombie that would want to eat my foot off. His mouth is literally larger than his non-existent feet. Okay, for part 2 of this 2-in-1 pack, we have this guy. I used BB-8's body and an alien from Toy Story's head. After Toy Story got discontinued, the aliens traveled to the Star Wars universe, and 9 months later, this happened. This is the plot reveal for Star Wars Episode X. Next, remember the snowman from earlier, the one whose head we cooked to make some nice fresh water? Well, I revived his head and turned him into an almighty snowman general. I pretty much decapitated this creepy skeleton guy who literally has no neck and then slapped on Olaf's head. And how is his nose that long? He's definitely been telling a lot of lies, but you gotta feel for him. Imagine waking up and just seeing a massive nose. But don't worry, because even after plastic surgery, he's even more cursed. And what is that tooth? Okay, but at least he's got the all-new coal chest plate from Minecraft, the new Jordans, a cookie, and a glizzy, which he can actually use as a manual nose job, and now he's 1,000 times cooler. Yeah, my clutch surgery skills just turned this snowman into a Giga Chad. This is a Lego Among Us character that I designed, and to make it more cursed, I replaced the round brick on top with other round printed pieces to form creations like this. We have a Minions Among Us character going forcefully to buy 5 tickets for Minions Rise of Gru, and here we have an R2-D2 Among Us character, and the possibilities are just endless to make an already cursed Among Us character 1,000 times worse. Next, I took 2 very similar characters from the Lego movie, Unikitty and Metalbeard, and attempted to combine them into one.
A few moments later.
This is the Metal Kitty Beard figure. I pretty much built a small cart themed after Metalbeard and then plopped on Unikitty's face and 2 massive tires to form one of the weirdest multiversal creations ever. Lego Movie 3 plot leak. Next up, let's take a dive in the pool with this man. Yes, his head itself is one of the most cursed things I've ever seen. It's from the Muppets Lego Statler minifigure, and bro got absolutely violated with that chin, and that nose, and his baldness. But in my attempt to make this absolute baddie even cooler, I turned him into a Sith Lord using Darth Maul's body, and then made him even cooler by giving him a floaty and some Force lightning. This is the most feared Sith Lord ever. Darth Booty Chin. Okay, next, I tried to turn a Minecraft creeper into a robot and came up with this. He may have lost 50% of his height, but he just downed an entire pizza, so you know he's gonna be explosive, especially in the bathroom. He was built using robot minifig parts and is definitely a freaky sight for Minecrafters. You can also make a robot skeleton, a robot zombie, a robot Steve, a robot minion, a robot rock, a robot Lil Nas X. This is a Lego gorilla. And this is a Lego dinosaur. Let's fuse the 2 together. As you may know, you can rip off a Lego Big Figure's hands, even a monkey's, but what's even weirder is that you can rip off the legs of a dinosaur and attach those inside the monkey's arm slots. This leads to the creation of many mutant creatures, but this has to be the craziest I've seen so far. Harambe went from being an absolute tank to a literal juggernaut. They say not to hit people with glasses, but I don't even think you'd ever have the chance with this guy. And meanwhile, you can throw the arms onto the dinosaur and turn him into this. Okay, here's another retired superhero. This time we got Batman himself, the Dark Knight, and now he looks like this. He's completely forgotten that barbers exist, and he looks like he's got VIP tickets to a furry convention. Additionally, he's lost his right foot in battle and has since become an angry ice cream barista, taking up real estate in his customers' mind while they sleep. Keep all the kids away or they'll end up like Thor right here, but at least creepy Batman's boys with retired Spidey. Okay, now it's time for a twist. I committed one of the biggest LEGO sins and purchased a non-LEGO set. Boys, we just copped a Playmobil set. It looks a little weird. I thought LEGO's pricing was outrageous, but this hunk of junk costed $20 for 36 pieces. 36! Okay, the plan is to combine a Playmobil figure with a LEGO one and see what kind of cursed thing we can come up with. Inside we got a kayak, a beaver, aka the most unloved animal ever, a fish, a pigeon, plants, and for the figures, okay, first we have this beacher dude who looks kind of weird, but then we have this way creepier figure. This will help me maintain sleep deprivation. Okay, but the issue aside from their atrocious faces were that these Playmobil figures are literally pre-built, and even after a ton of minifigure abusing, only some parts come out. But using what I salvaged, I created some cursed creations. We got Thanos wearing a cap and a second Infinity Gauntlet, we got Harambe with a sick red hat, and now for the Playmobil figures, I added Lego heads inside their hollow brains, and they turned out looking like this. Kayak Lady is now transformed into something even scarier, and Beach Boy has become a minion. These guys are just a complete no-no. Next, I bought a super cool but cursed Lego minifigure, this creepy rabbit. Bro literally has toe printing. But after some surgery and listening to Jake Paul for 9 hours straight, I turned this creepy killer bunny looking criminal into an op. Meet the hairiest police officer ever, Sergeant Longnose. Next, to pair up with Mr. Longnose, I made a criminal. With Batman and Spider-Man occupied, this thing has roast power. I used a baby from The Simpsons head and then paired it with the most school-appropriate outfit ever, as well as a tail to form this absolute badass evil criminal mastermind child that can skate and wield both of Thor's hammers. Very cool figure. What comes to your mind when you think of big, hairy, scary beast? That's a tongue twister. Definitely not this guy, because the next minifig is this werewolf that just took a bubble bath and is chowing down on some of the devil's cream. That uses this awesome but scary molded ice cream piece. I don't know what kind of genetic mutation may have happened, or if this is just a mascot that felt the need for a bubble bath during his shift, but whatever it is, this thing is very cursed. Okay, this is a Minecraft villager. They're super plain, basic NPCs, copy and pasted 1,000 times over. My 9-year-old self right now, whose best friend was a Minecraft villager. And this is the Lego equivalent, but using Doctor Strange's cape piece, I turned this NPC villager into an almighty wizard. And yeah, this amazing cape can pretty much take any Lego figure from a lame, ordinary guy to an absolute Sigma Alpha yogurt male wizard. And a Minecraft villager had to be the best option to apply this to, because now he can summon TNT and put the villagers to sleep without an iron golem. Now speaking of a Minecraft Iron Golem, this one has now become the latest and greatest rapper, Little Golem. He's a complete mashup of minifig parts including toes, legs to kick others with, Superman's torso that he stole from him when he was changing, an Iron Golem's head, and the signature villager hat. In 50 years, when Minecraft runs out of ideas and can't keep making colorful cows, you might just see Little Golem in the game. This is your ordinary Lego SpongeBob. Wrong! This SpongeBob is a Giga Sponge. Yeah, thanks to this shredded Lego torso piece, they used me for reference, I turned SpongeBob from a short, burger-flipping sponge to an absolute top G beast that strikes fear into anyone he's around. If you thought SpongeBob was quick with those buns and patties before, you don't want to see him now. Next, using this genie leg piece, a superhero's torso, and a cursed imagination, I created one of the strongest new superheroes ever, Umbrella Man. Not only did I use those weird minifig parts for the body, but I also gave him a Star Wars head that makes him look like a soggy egg. But the clear highlight of him is that he wields a pink umbrella as his weapon of choice, and he has a dog as a companion and riding animal that, despite being half its height, is much cuter than a normal Lego dog. Okay, now for the 20th and final figure in the Cursed Minifigure series, this is Lego Thanos, and these are two giant Lego dinosaurs. Now earlier, we turned Harambe into a tank using dino legs, but did you know that you can decapitate the dinosaurs and their heads will also fit inside a big fig's arm slot? Bet you didn't see that coming. But Thanos is now even more jacked and can literally beat anyone by just eating them with his hands. He pretty much went from an angry, evil conqueror to a purple lobster that can just gobble up Iron Man and go on with his day. Okay, but those were 20 extremely weird Cursed Lego minifigures I designed. Comment down below something because I read all the comments, and smash subscribe to become a Giga Sponge.